glad you guys made it tonight. So we're going to go over a lot of good stuff when it comes to the nutrition aspect, detoxing, and the safe way and the proper way of doing detox. We hear so many stories regarding detoxing and stuff like that, whether it's bad for us, but we're going to kind of hopefully change that a little bit. My portion is going to go into more of the fitness aspect, how it all ties in. We're going to go through the 5 major pillars of fitness. You're going to have a handout, and we're going to go over it, the benefits, and why it's important to do the 5 pillars to get the results that you want. So what we're going to do is we're going to start it up. We're going to have Dr. Trish come up, do our presentation here. Any questions, any concerns? Just hang out to afterwards, and we'll answer all the questions.
Okay.
Any questions right now? Good. All right. Welcome, Dr. Trish.
Thank you. And so let me just introduce you to Sydney. She is our rep from Designs for Health. They actually donated all the detox stuff, and Sydney donated her time to come and make shakes so that you guys could taste the detox shake and realize that detoxing is not that bad. It tastes actually pretty good. And she has some ideas on how to make them so they taste really nice. You see we have almond milk, we have banana milk, and that's what she's making them with, and water, and ice if you want. Okay, so the question is, do we really need to detox? Well, we live in a toxic environment. Sometimes there's toxins in our food. Our cosmetics sometimes have toxins in them. We all drink out of plastics, hopefully not too much because we all know a little bit better. We use metal containers or BPA-free containers as much as possible. So I think we can all agree that maybe we're all a little bit toxic, right? Yes, okay. Well, so how toxic are we? Well, they've done studies where they've actually taken pieces of umbilical cords of newborn babies and were able to find 187 different toxins in the umbilical cord. So that's from the mom, passed through the baby. So even before babies are born, they're exposed to toxins, even in a most perfect situation. So how toxic are we? It depends on our lifestyle. So if we all live a little bit cleaner lifestyle, maybe we're not as toxic as the average person. But again, if we drink out of plastics, we're being exposed to BPAs. And who has not heard of BPAs? Anybody? Okay. There's toxins found in our cookware. We know that toxins or carcinogens are formed if we heat when we cook at high temperatures, so that fried foods are not a good thing to eat because the temperature is so high. There's mercury in some of our seafood, perfumes, fabric softeners, laundry detergent, and believe it or not, there are many chronic diseases that actually are found to be caused by toxins. And actually diabetes, type 2 diabetes, is one of those. And more research coming out about that. So what can we do? Well, we can reduce our exposure. That's really the smartest thing to do. So, if we have someone doing our lawn, maybe we can ask them to use organic chemicals on our lawn. We can use a fruit and vegetable wash. I did have a bottle.
It's in the box.
Oh, it's okay. I'll show you. I'll pass it around. My very favorite fruit and vegetable wash. All fruits and vegetables should be washed, whether we buy organic or we don't buy organic. And there's Jason.
The new Vanna White.
That is my favorite one. It's called Earth Friendly Fruit and Vegetable Wash, or Ecos. I think they changed the name. But because it's my favorite because it rinses off very nicely and it doesn't leave any residue. You just put your vegetables or your fruit in a colander, spray it, leave it on for a minute, and rinse it off with cold water. You don't have to scrub or anything like that. It can even take wax off an apple, which, by the way, we shouldn't buy waxed apples. But sometimes we store and heat our food in plastic, so we should really try to heat and store it in glass containers. And now, everywhere that I go, Costco, Wegmans, they sell the glass containers with the plastic lids, but if the food doesn't touch the plastic lid, you're good. And you take that off when you heat up your food, right? We avoid the dirty dozen, so anybody not know what that is? There's the dirty dozen and clean 15. So if you, I'm sorry, I meant to photocopy that, but if you Googled it, there's the 12 most common foods, fruits and vegetables that are very much exposed to chemicals, and then there's the clean 15 that are, you can, if you needed to, you wouldn't have to buy them organic. The dirty dozen, you would want to try to buy them organic. But still, even the things that I buy organic, I still wash them just in case they were handled improperly, right? Okay, and then lastly, we can detox or cleanse, and we recommend doing it 4 times a year. So every 3 months you could do, and it's very easy, it's 14 days. They can't make it any easier than following this plan. And Sydney actually is going to walk around and give you some samples to try. It's delicious. I mean, if you had to drink a detox shake twice a day for 2 meals, you would want to drink something like this. So let me explain to you why we would do something like that. So toxins are fat soluble. We all have fat on our body, so we all have toxins. Toxins are stored in fat. And believe it or not, that's one of the reasons why it's so hard to lose weight. Okay? So if you look in your bags really quickly for me, there's a detox picture that is really very easy to follow. It's a color picture. So the liver is the major organ of detoxification. So you should see a little picture of the liver there. And the liver should be able to transform toxins into more water-soluble compounds. But if our liver is full of toxins, if our gut is full of toxins, then it doesn't do a good job. Okay? So what the Veggie Cleanse does is it actually helps you take any toxins in your liver and transform them into water-soluble. So it takes them from fat-soluble into water-soluble compounds. And then what you can actually do is your kidneys do a great job of eliminating them. So what organ picks up toxins? The liver. So now you're throwing more toxins into an already overburdened system. And also there's no fiber. Now, I've done that 14-day cleanse and been able to work out and not had a problem or drop in energy because you eat also. You just have to eat clean. Okay, we tell people it's gluten and dairy free. Okay, so a couple other good things about it. It's organic pea protein. So pea protein is hypoallergenic, and it comes with these little capsule packets. And there's 4 capsules in each packet. So every time you drink a shake, you have these 4 capsules. 2 are what's called amino detox, that helps support the liver. And 2 are what is called hydrolyzine, which is a digestive enzyme, which helps you break down the shake efficiently so you don't have any gas or bloat. It's so simple. They couldn't make it any simpler. And I have other detox systems that I use, but this is just so easy. And so most people, I never get pushback in my office when I say 14 days you get to eat and you get to drink 2 delicious shakes a day. So, right, not say anything?
No, I think that's covered it perfectly. A couple of my favorite detox motivators are talking about how toxins are fat-loving and they store in our fat, which you talked about. So when you basically liberate that cell toxins and start clearing them, you shrink the fat cell. So we'll always have the same amount of fat cells. Once we have them, we can't really get rid of them, but we can shrink them. So that's why a lot of people, if they're in a weight loss program and they might plateau from losing weight, the packet kind of works out of phase 1 and phase 2. And so you don't want to skip these and just do the shake, because sometimes when you start moving those toxins around, if you're not flushing them properly, you might not feel great. So you want to make sure you do your phase 2 support and drink a lot of water throughout the day. So
Yeah. And so if you're working with Jason to get in better shape, to lose weight, like doing a cleanse is a great jump start, so that whatever program he's putting you on, then it'll be that much more efficient, because he'll know that you're not toxic, and you'll get better results. So that's my part. I'm gonna let Jason do his part, and okay. So we brought for you something to try, because it's really one of our favorite things. A lot of people, when I say, okay, you have to take fish oil or omega-3 fatty acids, they're like, oh my gosh, the gel caps are so big. And I say, how about a liquid? No, it tastes terrible. So Designs for Health came out with this great tasting fish oil that even children love it.
it really has zero, I am amazed it has zero fish taste.
Yeah, no fish,
pretty
no
impressive.
burping, no nothing. Even the cleanest fish oil capsule that I have in my office, once in a while people say, yeah, I'm still burping, but not with this. So we do, if you want to try any one of them, we
I have little spoons, so you can try all of them.
There's 3 great flavors. There's some information up here, and that's it.
In the bars.
And the bar.
And I just left the bars in case you're hungry.
I get to talk about the fun part now. There you go. Just
Take one and pass it?
Take one and pass. We do a lot of different things. Nutrition plays 85% of the results that we want to achieve. Okay, so it plays a huge factor. The other part is your workouts, like what you're doing, why you're doing it, and what's going to be best for what your goal and objective is. So what I decided to come up with is the 5 pillars when it comes to working out or fitness. All 5 pillars has to be incorporated into your workout if you want to get the maximum results that you're looking for. It's very simple. I'm sure you probably might have heard about them, but there's a lot of them. It's like two of the 5, the majority of people will utilize the most. And I don't know if anybody wants to answer that question, but if you could choose 2 out of these 5, where do you think most people will lie when it comes to their workouts and stuff like that? Do the most of, let's say.
Cardio, you know that.
Okay, that's 1.
1 and 4.
1 and 4. Okay. Any other questions? I'll give you the answer.
I say 1 and 2.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
See that? I get an A.
Yes. Yes. Almost everybody will focus mostly on their cardio and their workouts. And sometimes we get to a frustration, so why aren't I losing weight? Why aren't I seeing any results? There's a reason behind that. Because 1, you probably don't have the right program in place. That's best for you. Now, when it comes to a program, it has to be conducive to your lifestyle. We tend to listen to other people, we tend to read magazines, we tend to go in the gym, trying to figure it out on our own. We listen to friends tell us this is what you should be doing, but they have no idea what you want to do. And what happens a lot of times is, 1, they get injured. They find the workouts to be too difficult. So you have to really design a program that's going to fit your lifestyle and what your major goal is. So why is cardio so important? It's very good for the heart. Yes, the heart flow gets blood flowing into the heart, makes the heart a lot stronger. Increases your cardio endurance. So if you're doing activities outside, doing things around the house, you have more energy, can breathe a lot better when you have stronger cardio. Okay. So as you can see, there's a lot of different drugs that help stress relief. Anybody got any stress? Really? No. So definitely, cardio can definitely help with stress relief. All right. Now, when it comes to cardio, how much cardio should we be doing? Well, that all depends on what your goal is. All right. I don't really recommend doing cardio 7 days a week, because the body has to rest and recuperate things that you're doing. All right. You can overwork the body, and when you start overworking the body, the results stop. And then they wonder, well, why aren't I'm working out 7 days a week, but I'm not, you might hit a plateau. So what we do here is really try to prevent any plateau stage. Try to mix things up, change things around so the body doesn't get adjusted to what you're doing. And that's the key to working out. It's not do the same things over and over again. Okay, try to mix things up. Okay, it doesn't have to be drastic. It could be if you're doing a treadmill, maybe switch over to a bike, as an example. Switch it up so the heart doesn't know what you're doing, so it's got to pump a lot harder, and it's going to actually build more cardio endurance. Okay, so the weight training, second one, well, it helps reduce body fat. Reduces the risk of injuries, burns more calories. Weight training definitely burns more calories when you're not working out. All right? It's good for bone density. It's good for the joints. Now, working out could be a lot of different things. It could be outside walking. It could be in the gym weight training, which I think is very important to do is weight training because, again, it helps with the bones, gives you more strength, allows you to do more things when you're not in the gym. Because I know a lot of things happen when we're not at the gym. So like bending down, twisting, so that's the biggest thing that people neglect. Well, I go in the gym, I do bench press, I do a tricep pull down, I do leg extensions. Question to you guys is, everybody who knows the bench press, how often do you use that movement? No. When? When would you use that
When
movement?
you bench press, I mean like this,
Straight out.
straight out?
When
Oh,
would-
straight out. Yeah, okay.
When would you ever use that movement? You would. Why do it? Because it's a thing to do. That's why everybody does it. The way to really working out is really working the way the body moves. The body moves in all different directions. So you're bending down, you're reaching up. These are where the injuries occur. So we like to train movements rather than just the muscles. To train movements, the body is going to work a lot better, and it's going to be able to reduce a lot of the injuries, a lot of pains and aches in the body. Okay, this is one that nobody does. I don't know if anybody goes to gyms, you've been into one, how many people you see stretching or doing some type of flexibility? Unless there's a class, which I don't really think there's classes. Are there classes now for flexibility? I don't even know.
Sometimes they have stretch class.
Stretch class? Okay, stretch class is okay, but it's not going to do what it needs to do. There's two types of flexibility. There's what's called corrective flexibility, and it's called basic stretching. Okay? I stay away from basic stretching because it really doesn't do much to the body. Corrective flexibility really what it's designed to do is target the areas in the body that are most tight. Okay? Most people carry a lot of tension in shoulders, their back, upper back, and neck area. Stress. If we sit all day, we tend to lean forward a lot. Our body's going to eventually adjust or contour to the way we sit. So if we're sitting, leaning forward or leaning to the side, body's going to eventually move that way, and then your muscle's going to be off balance, and you're going to have poor posture. And that's another thing, is poor posture. Okay? To increase posture-wise, you have to open up the muscles in the body. Okay? The more elongated the muscles are, the more blood flow goes in, the more range of motion you'll have in that area. All right? So with flexibility, that's why flexibility is so important when you tie into working out. It shouldn't be the only thing. Okay? You have to have diversity. Okay? So that's what flexibility is all really designed to do. Okay? It's get better range, get better blood flow, and to have a better posture. Okay? And then the nutrition part is what Dr. Tricia mentioned too. I'll go a little bit about the nutrition. This is an area I can spend so much time on because I've been through so many things out there. A lot of these facilities will basically get you into the facility, put you on an 8-week program, and put you on a very strict diet. Anybody been on a diet? Anybody like them? Okay, I hate the word diet. So I basically eliminate the word diet completely. It's got to be a lifestyle program that fits you. Okay, that's what nutrition should be all about. Okay. So go on these 8-week programs. Yeah, you may be able to lose some weight along the way. After 8 weeks, what happens? Where do you go? Do you continue with them? And if you do, the price is going to be a lot higher to do it. And it's probably going to be the same program. It's going to be very strict. A nutrition program should not be strict. You should be able to eat whatever you want. I believe you should be able to eat whatever you want in a moderation, but do it the right way. But you have to do everything on the 5 pillars in order to accomplish that. Because I said, nutrition plays 85% of what we do. So if you don't have the nutrition portion in place, we need to figure out what's going to work. And nutrition has to be lifestyle. It can't be cutting calories. You should never cut calories. And carbs. Anybody cut carbs? Anybody like carbs? We all like carbs. So there's good carbs and there's bad carbs. I'm not going to go into all that, but so about 45 to 65% of your nutrition program should consist of carb intake. Why is that? It's an energy source. Carbs are energy. They should not be the enemy. People want to tell you that carbs are the enemy. They're not. It's just the opposite. So everybody tells you to stay away from carbs. I would say stay away from them, right? Because they don't know what they're talking about. So carbs, but having the right types of carbs, obviously. Okay. Same with proteins. Protein should be roughly about 20% of the program, and then fats are 10%. Now, to figure out the right types of protein you need, I'm probably going to a big whole nutrition thing because we spend so much time on nutrition. It's crazy. The easy way to figure out how much protein your body needs on a daily basis is all you have to do is take 1.1 gram per body weight. That's your standard, what you should be taking in on a daily basis. Very simple. Now, to lose fat, and some people will lose weight, but not so much fat-wise. To lose fat, you have to burn 3,500 calories a week. That's based on 7 days a week. That's working out. We're doing any type of activity-wise. It's a lot of calories. 3,500 to lose 1 pound of fat. Okay. So you got to put your number there. So if you're average working out, if you do it 3 times a week, actually the number is going to be higher. So it's basically 500 calories a day based on 3,500 calories a week. Okay. So if you're doing less than 7 days a week, obviously that number is going to be a little bit higher. That's how it's going to work. Yes, you're going to have to work at it. Not going to be an overnight. But we always tell people stay consistent until you reach that goal. And so if you can change things up, incorporate new things into the workout, make it a little, spice it up, it's going to work out a lot better for you in the long run. Okay? So we don't look at everything short term, because short term doesn't work. Go through 8 weeks of nutrition and these weight loss challenges, and then we tend to gain the weight back after that. You should only be on one program. Anybody been on multiple weight loss programs before? Been multiple diets? We've seen all these diets out there and all that stuff. Yeah. You should only be on one. And that one should only be conducive to your lifestyle, what you want to accomplish. Okay? And the last one is results. Okay? Now, without the results, all the others don't play a factor. Okay? Now, results could be different for everybody. Some people want to just gain more strength. Some people want to lose 5 pounds, maybe 40 pounds, whatever the case may be. These are the 5 pillars when it comes to working out. If you stick to it, stay consistent. We actually do this here, all 5 of them. Now the results are going to be vary from person to person, obviously. What I always do when it comes to nutrition, how I do it, I usually have them do a 3-day journal. Write everything that you're eating on 3 days, good or bad, I don't really care, and write the times. This way it'll give me an idea of what your habits are, and then any adjustments we need to make, we will make those adjustments. And same thing with nutrition, variety. You can't be eating the same things all the time. It gets boring. And then we tend to go back to old habits. All right. So this is what's going on out there. What we try to do is try to eliminate everything that's out there, go and do the opposite of everybody else is telling us what we should be doing. We want to do it the right way, and we want to do it the healthy way. Right? We don't want it short-term, quick fix, get you 40 pounds, and then you're on your own. And then you tend to gain those weight back again. Okay? So it's a yo-yo diet. Everything goes yo-yo diet. Lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, gain weight. So that's kind of what we do. So I will open up to questions.
So just I have a question. What is your background? How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this since 2005. So a pretty long time. I have 4 certifications. I have a sports nutrition certification, 2 regular NSM certification, which is personal training. I have a flexibility certification. I have a functional training certification, and a TRX license. That's my background. I worked at a lot of gyms in the past, since 2005. I worked at the bigger gyms, and I've also worked at some of the smaller ones. they all seem to be the same. The only difference is the size. So that's, and then I decided to see what everybody does out there, see the issues, see the problems. We want to try to solve those problems.